We do miss sleeping in our own bed, and no matter how nice the hotel accommodations are, it's just not the same as your own home. And yes, we've been full-time in the RV long enough to call it our home.
It's pretty neat. Inside is always, or pretty much always, the same. It's home, but we have a special advantage of being able to wake up every morning in a new landscape and fall asleep with a new sunset every night if we so desire.
Now, how cool is that? Well, it's been nearly a week since we dropped off the RV, and we've been back to it for our occasional resupply. The dealership has been fantastic. We can't thank them enough for all they've done for us. I know some of you are going to ask that you've heard a lot about the Grand Design customer service. Is it all that it is cracked up to be? Well, we did talk a little bit about what one member of their customer support team promised us in a previous video. We'll link above here.
Watch till the end of today's video and we'll let you know. But first, we arrived at Windish RV early in the morning to find Mike with his usual smile greeting us and walk us back to the bay where Wayne is hard at work on our slide out. These two guys are just the folks you want to have working on your rig. They are all about making you happy and believe in a good, solid work ethic, where quality and attention to detail are job one. I've been told that Wayne, a retired firefighter, usually comes in early around 6 a.m. to get started on his day's project. Wayne's first comment is, "Hey, glad to see you. I was just going to give you a call and let you know that I'd probably be through by the end of the day, so you can pick your rig up in the morning."
We were ecstatic, especially me. No more hotels.
He, Wayne, showed us what he had accomplished and some important mods he had made to the mounting system for the rollers that helped support the slide. The gentleman can definitely think outside of the box. You know, the slide out box. No pun intended.
Delighted, we grabbed one change of clothes, dropped off our laundry and a lot of extra stuff we were hauling around, and headed back to the hotel, anxious for morning to come. We would leave directly from Windish RV on our way to Kansas, where Chris and I were going to meet up with family and dig deeper into some history. The next morning, bright and early, at least as soon as the dealership opened, we were there with bells on. We stopped in to the service office first and prepared to settle up. Here's where we answer that big question. Is Grand Design's customer service all it's touted to be? I mean, come on, really?
For what it's worth, this is Wayne's mod for the slide rollers. I guess that they were just screwed into a couple of pressboard blocks that were then attached to the inner wall with a couple of screws, which were so low that they were not supporting any of the slide, only the Schwintek track and gear mechanism, which probably led to the early failure. Wayne's mod is amazing. Hope manufacturers take note. This could save them some big headaches. The list on the invoice was long, and one of the items we were sure we'd have to pay for was expedited shipping to get the parts for repairs here in a timely manner. We ran our fingers all the way down the list to the bottom, and the grand total was, are you ready for this? 0. Grand Design was true to their word. They sourced a dealer who was top-notch with amazing skills and not too far from us, called in a few favors to squeeze us in. The earliest we could even get an initial evaluation was 3 months out, not even accounting for the repair time. We told the dealer to have the parts expedited, partially to cut back on hotel expenses and to get us back in our home, and that it would be on us. Well, Grand Design would have none of that. They covered that expense as well.
The lady we dealt with at Grand Design was kind, caring, understanding, and sympathetic to our plight. She never hesitated even for a moment. Instead, stepped up when I'm sure others might have just said, well, you have to have your policy provider give you a hand with that. Other than the mild inconvenience of being without our home for a week, this is bar none the best experience we've ever had with any company.
We are so grateful for all the wonderful folks at Windish RV and Grand Design. We don't know how to thank you enough. We are now in Kansas, and the slide out works amazingly well. It actually fits properly, compressing the D-gaskets on the outside when retracted, and opens completely with no unusual popping, jerking, or stalling. In fact, it worked so well we were almost hoping we could get Wayne to rebuild the other one. Grand Design and Windish RV are number one in our book, and what a wonderful experience when things seem like they can't get any worse. These folks are the silver lining to any cloud.
We'd like to give our special thank you to all of our subscribers and all of you who are watching our videos. It means a lot to us.
See you guys again next week. Travel safe.
Bye.